G'day folks, how you going? Glenn Grantham, General Manager of Raine and Horne in Darwin, coming to you with the wrap on 2021 for Raine and Horne and Darwin real estate in general. Bit of a strange year, and that's probably the understatement of the century. However, of course, it was also a pretty difficult year for Darwin and Raine and Horne Darwin specifically. Mainly through the shortage of qualified personnel that were available to our industry up in the Northern Territory, and still that's a problem that continues to be a drama throughout Darwin, not only in the real estate industry but in others as well. Bit of an exodus down south for that with COVID that hasn't been replaced at the moment, but I think we're pretty right heading into 2022. We've almost got ourselves a full team again now. Great year in sales, excellent results there, 100% increase in volume for our company since 2020, which the sales throughout 2020 were pretty strong too when compared to previous years. Variable increases across the board, however, some as low as 5% or even negligible in some suburbs and in some sectors of the market, but in others, the more popular and certainly the higher end of the market, 20% sales increases in prices. A lot of that was to do with the fact that in the lower end of the market, sub $650,000, we unfortunately lost our first homeowners grant, which put a big whack in demand down in that sector and obviously opened it up just for investors. But fortunately, that is very attractive for the Northern Territory, where our yields are greater than any other capital city across Australia. Strong year across the board in property management with virtual 0% vacancy rates. Now, what I mean by that, we do have properties that are available, but pretty much as soon as they come on board, they're snapped up by purchasers waiting, and most of those have very, very small gaps between being income producing for the owners of the properties. 10 to 15% increase also in median rents, and that was pretty much across the board, whether it be Darwin, Palmerston, inner CBD or rural. So that is a very promising sign, and that's something that has been flagged for the Northern Territory and Darwin specifically over the coming years, that there is an expectation that there will be a real shortage of available rental properties, increasing that demand and subsequently pushing up those prices and with rents, which will obviously push up prices for investors entering the market, but offering some absolutely fantastic opportunities for yields throughout 2022 and onwards. Across Christmas, usually we have a big lag in the Darwin market, especially in sales, and this year is expected to be a little bit different, as it was last year, with the COVID borders creating some uncertainty with people being able to travel down south. So as a byproduct of that, of course, what you have is a lot of locals who have some time on their hands and are able to consider their future occupancy arrangements and see whether they're actually going to change houses. We're bracing ourselves again for another big January. That is always one of our busiest months, January through to February, especially in the property management marketplace. And that space is looking like it's going to be extremely busy again, as we have transfers within the government and also defence. There's some very exciting infrastructure projects going forward, especially in the CBD with the Charles Darwin University City campus, which will be bringing thousands of students in the future, and that'll put a lot of strain upon rental properties within the city, as well as a lot of money being spent in retail, etc., through those areas. So we're looking forward to some great growth through those areas over the next couple of years, and also some really exciting projects. Barossa Basin, I believe, kicks off in construction of its next train around about April next year. And we all know what Impact's brought to the town. It's on the exact same site out there, and we expect that there is going to be a lot of money injected in the economy there. As I said earlier, we're ready. We've got a full team and looking forward to 2022 with some really exciting prospects there for the Darwin economy. I actually saw my accountant smiling for the first time in about 8 years, so clearly that's a good indicator that Darwin's on the right track. Thanks, guys. Have a fabulous Christmas and great new year, and look forward to seeing you and assisting you across 2022 and onward with all your real estate needs. Bye for now.